Welcome to episode 2 of On the Road to PulpFest. Today, wow, I visited 2 bookstores only a couple minutes apart that were some of the best SF bookstores, also mystery, horror, collectibles. This is amazing. So I have 2 bookstores I'm going to take you through today. They are in Minneapolis, Minnesota. The first one will be Uncle Hugo's science fiction bookstore. And I had a tremendous interview with their owner who, you know what, I'm going to let Don speak for himself. And then I was able to go to Dreamhaven Bookstore, and there's books and comics there, and I couldn't believe some of the collectibles I found there. I have some pictures to show you and some video too of some amazing things there too. But, oh, and also after each bookstore, I'll show you some books that I got there. Not necessarily all books, because some of them may be for other people too, and I don't want them to see it here in the video. So, we'll start off with Uncle Hugo's, what I found there in the store after the interview, and then we'll go to Dreamhaven. It had a tremendous vibe to it, as one of my friends might say. And I wasn't able to interview the owner because he was on the way to PulpFest, but I do have some books from there too that I want to show you. So let's get this started. All right, I've made it to Uncle Hugo's and Uncle Edgar's. Time to go in. I'm at Uncle Hugo's science fiction bookstore, and I'm here with the owner. Could you introduce yourself and tell me a little bit about your bookstore?
I'm Don Bliley. I started the bookstore March 2nd of 1974. I was in law school. I was bored out of my mind with constitutional law and decided I needed to have something fun in my life, and sat around for a while trying to figure out what would be an enjoyable thing to do, and decided that having a bookstore would be a great thing to have, and figured out what I needed to be able to open the store, and opened about 10 days later.
Wow.
I had about $1,500 in unspent student loans. I found a tiny space a block from my apartment that I could rent for $50 a month. I had a friend who had recently moved back to town who was looking for a job. I found a wholesaler who wasn't necessarily honest with me about a lot of things, but did provide the fixtures and the books. After having advised me that I should not open a bookstore, and that I should not especially open a bookstore in that area because no one in that area read, even though it was very heavily populated with graduate students at the University of Minnesota, cheap rent and a quick bus ride to the campus.
Yeah.
And about 3 years later, I had finished my law degree, passed the bar, and decided I did not want to practice law. I wanted to be a bookseller, and continued to go to graduate school and live on student loans while the business grew. And after 3 years, I opened a full-line shopping mall store, which lasted about 7 years before it died in a very expensive and painful manner. After 6 years, I opened Uncle Edgar's mystery bookstore because so many people said they liked the idea of Uncle Hugo's so much, but their spouse read mysteries.
Yes.
And it'd be good if they had a similar store.
That's exactly what my spouse is like as well.
And I got booted out of the PhD program because the dean of the college decided that every student in the PhD program who was not going to go into academia was costing them a vote in raising the ranking of the law school, or of the business school.
So it's a political choice.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I'm no longer working on the PhD program. A couple of storefronts opened up right next to where Uncle Hugo's was at the moment. I knocked out one wall and doubled the size of Uncle Hugo's. I could not knock out the next wall because it was a load-bearing wall, but I rented the next space and set up Uncle Edgar's. And after a while, I guess about another 3 or 4 years, the bad landlord I had tried to get away from bought the building I had moved into to get away from him. And then the full-line shopping mall store went under, but provided me with enough money for a down payment for the building that we moved into for about 35 years.
Okay.
Because of the layout of the building, where the front part was built around 1917 and the back part was built in the 1950s, it was necessary to keep the science fiction and the mystery separate because of these two big rooms in this one building. Then in 2020, the building was burnt to the ground by an arsonist during the George Floyd riots. The insurance company, every insurance company I had worked with the entire time I had that building, told me I could not insure the building for what I thought it was worth. I had to insure it for what they claimed the replacement value was, which meant I was paying about double the premium that I thought I should have. But then the riots happened, the building burnt down. I thought, hey, I win. Mm-hmm. And then the insurance company paid out what they claimed the replacement value was. And I discovered that their idea of replacement value was $400,000 too little to actually replace the building. And I figured there had to be good, solid, older buildings available for sale, cheaper than building from scratch.
Right.
And it took me a year and a half of looking through the entire metro area before I found this building.
Okay.
And I liked the first floor, and I loved it when I saw the basement, because the basement you could probably is built so strong you could probably park a semi here and not put a dent in the floor.
And the basement, I guess, would be right down through there.
Yes.
For your shipping, at least, elevator.
And the other nice thing about this was, although it only had about 80% of the retail space of the old location, it was all one big room.
Yes.
So I could have both the mystery and the science fiction in the same room and have a single checkout area instead of two different checkout areas. Right. And it has worked pretty well for us.
So I'm curious, with the destruction of your store in 2020, how did you ever restock all of your books here? Like, I mean, this is 2026, we're 6 years away, and there's amazing selection here in your store. You want to tell me a little bit about that story?
Well, I had about 15,000 books in my collection in my house. And I knew I would never have enough time to read them all.
Yeah.
I knew my kids did not want to inherit a house with 15,000 books in it. And I didn't want them throwing 15,000 books into a dumpster so they could sell the house. So I moved the 15,000 books in as the starting inventory. And we had a lot of other people who donated books to us, and then some who sold books to us.
And you had loyal patrons, I'm sure, that wanted to try to help you out.
Right.
Right. Well, that's great. So, just want to let us know about your address here and your hours for anybody who's coming through Minneapolis.
Okay, it's 2716 East 31st Street. It's about 2 miles from the old location. Lake Street is the main commercial district through this area, and we're 1 block south of Lake Street.
Yeah.
It's easy to find. We're open 10 till 6, Monday through Saturday, noon to 5 on Sundays.
Great. Thank you so much, Don. Really appreciate your time.
Okay, thank you.
Having just heard Don's story there, you can imagine what kind of selection this bookstore had. It had the most science fiction hardbacks that I've ever seen. I didn't even really get to take a look at all the paperbacks there, and I found a few treasures, at least treasures for me and perhaps for some others. One of my friends, Chris from Liminal Spaces, and I have done a review together, teamed up with Tor doubles, and there's one novella on one side and one novella on the other side. And so he and I have been looking for these Tor doubles for each other because we want each one of us to have one, and then we'll review them together. He'll review one side, I'll review the other side. So let me just see if I can bring this over here. I'll just put the mic down. So Chris, I found a few, and there's two of the same book in here, so I'm going to be giving you one of those so that we can review it together. I'm going to keep these secret for now, but when I do my book haul, when I've returned home, I will show you the books that I have here in these Tor doubles. With that out of the way, I found two books that were really exciting for me to find because they have been very difficult to locate. They're academic books, and I've really got into the nonfiction about science fiction. And there's one scholar who is often quoted. I've quoted him myself. And there's a book that he's written, Positions and Presuppositions in Science Fiction. It's by Darko Suvin. Now, I don't expect that all of you have heard that name, but this book here is just a treasure for me. And you're going to be hearing a lot about it. So when we talk about science fiction, I'll be talking about some of the things that I learned here from Darko Suvin. Let's get on to what the other special book is that I found here that was nonfiction about science fiction. I kind of collect encyclopedias of science fiction, and this one is by James Gunn, or edited by James Gunn. The New Encyclopedia of Science Fiction came out in 1988, published by Viking. Once again, I'll talk about this more on another video. Time now to go to Dreamhaven, which was maybe a 5-minute drive from Uncle Hugo's. Dreamhaven was a dream for me too. It was filled with science fiction, with memorabilia, with horror, with collectibles. Some of the old books they had there were unmatched in things that I've seen before, and even signed editions of things. And I think I mentioned before that the owner is on his way to PulpFest. But I'm just going to take you through his front showcase here and let you just sort of enjoy and pick out some things that you might be interested in. Feel free to make some comments about them below. Just a remarkable showcase, and I thought of many of my friends when I saw some of the themed shelves as well. Here you see H.P. Lovecraft, or how about Robert E. Howard, Jules Verne. On this top shelf we had Howard Waldrop and a collection of all the fiction of Jack Williamson. Lots to explore, and I found 3 books. One I'm not going to show you right now because it's going to be a gift for a friend as well. But the other 2, and by the way, it's really special. It's a signed edition of something. I will show it to you after I've given it to him, but I'll make that video at home because it's somebody from Winnipeg. Once again, though, I found 2 books that I haven't been able to find. One is a Nesfa Press of James H. Smits, the best of James H. Smits. So I was really pleased to get that. I think some of you know that I really enjoy his work. The other one, this is like that Darko Suvin book. I haven't been able to find it, but it is really a well-known book in science fiction academic circles. It's Fantastic Lives, autobiographical essays by notable science fiction writers. And this one, it's edited by Martin H. Greenberg. And this one, let me just tell you who are the people that are contained within here. The contributors are Harlan Ellison, Philip Jose Farmer, Ari Lafferty, Catherine McLean, Barry Malsberg, Mac Reynolds, Margaret St. Clair, Norman Spinrad, and A.E. Van Vogt. So, once again, you'll be hearing more about these. It was an amazing 3 hours visiting these two bookstores. I couldn't wipe the grin off my face. It was just a lot of fun. And we are now in LaPorte, Indiana, sort of halfway to Pittsburgh. Tomorrow we're going to make our way to Pittsburgh. I don't think I'm going to visit any bookstores along the way this time around, but I might post a short vlog anyways tomorrow. One last image. Filled up at a gas station, just happened to have a big cheese boy here. I guess this is because I was in Wisconsin. I'm not sure what it is about big statues and gas stations, but there sure are a lot of different characters in the United States or dinosaurs that you can find at these gas stations. Anyways, until next time, keep your car filled and keep reading.